Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to SupaNintenbro Plays Monster Train. This is a very special episode, so today is actually release. Typically, we're only going to have one of these videos a day, but I thought since this was a special occasion, we'll just go ahead and make another one, throw it on there today to celebrate the release of the game. So far, I've loved Monster Train, what I've played, but we have been playing the demo version, so this is, in fact, the retail version that you can get on Steam. So let's just go ahead, we're going to jump in and start a brand new run here. I don't believe, as it kind of looks here, we are going to keep any of our save data that we've had from this point. So let's just kind of see what's going on. We are going to start with the Hellborn and the Awoken. That's just how the runs start. When you first start up the game, we saw this with the demo. I can't imagine we're going to get too terribly far because we're not going to have everything we unlocked, but we do have an understanding here. So let's see. It doesn't look like we have any way to actually upgrade the fights. We're probably going to have to do some sort of tutorial here, and it does look like. So if you never played the game, real simple. You have a pyre at the top of your train car, and that has a certain amount of health. And what you want is you want to make it to the end of the run, so the final boss, without that dying. Enemies are going to board the train. They'll start on the lowest floor unless you have something that makes them, or unless they have a buff that makes them jump up through the different levels. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to draw our cards. We'll get a starting card every time. I think that this champion we'll start with on our first draw, no matter what. But then we'll be able to play. And you can see there's a cost for each card up here at the top. And then we have an Ember level. So that's going to be how much energy we have each turn. So very similar to other deck builders, deck roguelites that are out there. And we're just going to kind of toss these cards out here. So let's throw the Hornbreaker Prince. You can see he has multi-strike, so that means that he's actually going to be able to attack twice. And you can see what they're talking about here. There's a capacity on each floor, so 5 little slots. He took up 2. Once those are filled, we can't place anybody else on the floor. And then this is going to tell us exactly how much damage he's going to take. And you can see that over here that he'll take 7, we'll take 2, so we won't die. If we were going to die, that'd be a little X there. And we'll throw a train steward up here as well. Why don't we put him in the front to kind of buffer that damage? We'll hit this guy with a torch, which is like just a basic attack that we would get. We'll do a second one there and go past this. So they're going to kind of deal out the damage here. And I believe we do have this fast game speed on there. And we'll just kind of jump back in here. And why don't we throw another train steward up here at the top. And you can see as we use the cards, we get rid of that energy down there. We'll attack this little guy here. Why don't we heal our unit that's taking damage, and we'll go from there. So that's a new feature already. They have this little running health total with a heart that slowly goes down. I like that. I think that kind of adds a little bit of pizzazz to the game. Throw another train steward up here. And, I guess we'll heal him down here and move on from there. So you can see the idea is we're going to place him on each level. There's 3 levels, and we just don't want him to make to that final. This is going to be a boss, and he has what we call Relentless, which means that he'll just continuously attack until either he dies or our guys die. And as you can see, these little X's here, that means that our guys are going to, unfortunately, die. So we will go ahead and just attack him a little bit here, and let's go ahead and heal our guys on the second floor so that they're prepared to attack, and we don't have any more energy, so we'll just let this bottom floor play out here. And they'll do damage back and forth until they both die, and good thing that we made it past there. And then that floor is closed. We won't be able to lay anything else there. And then we'll hit them with a few torches here since we don't have anything else to really play. Usually this first encounter is not that hard. They don't give you a whole lot of buffs to do. And we went ahead and got an achievement already, so that's exciting. We get a few spoils, so things unlock for us that we get to add to our hand or our deck each time. We get 50 coins, and that seems to be pretty normal for each one. And then we've got a few different cards here. So we've got Apply 5 Armor, that's going to stop attacks from coming in, and the cost of this actually went down, and it got a little bit better, so that's cool. Vent is going to be deal 2x damage to enemy units. And the X is going to be how much energy we spend. And then this little imp, which we didn't play with a lot in the demo version, we're going to summon and deal 5 damage to enemy units. So it looks like that maybe to every unit abilities affect the current floor. So Let's see, it probably is going to deal 5 damage to every enemy. But let's go ahead and get the Fortify, because that has gotten quite a bit better here. And then you can see we've got these. These are going to be our allied clan pack, or the Awoken. We've got Wildwood, which is going to consume and apply 5 regen, which regen is going to be a health or a heal over time. Deal 5 damage to the front enemy for the next turn, and +1 draw. So this has actually gotten better than it was before, and it was already very good. And then Steel Enhancer, enhance a unit to +3 attack and +3 heart. So both of those are actually very, very good. Why don't we get this, though? We don't have a whole lot of cards in our deck that we're wanting to pull from right now. So this is exciting. We haven't seen any shop upgrades or anything like that yet in this new version of the game, or the release version. So here we can upgrade our guys. Over here we can upgrade our magic. We get an Awoken ally or a Hellhorned ally if we go over here. We can only choose one path, and then we're going to have to fight another boss. So why don't we go over here and upgrade our guys and get a new unit. So 2 new units. Branded Warrior, he gets Rage 4, and when he slays, he applies a Rage 3 to a friendly unit. So that's incredible. This guy got a huge buff. A huge buff. He was 30 and 30 before. Now he's 50 and 50. But he does cost 4 energy, so we wouldn't necessarily be able to use him right now. Man, that makes this guy real good. Why don't we take the Branded Warrior, though, and we'll go over here and see what we can do. So now they have added a reroll option to get us new things, so we will be able to continuously buy things. Let's see, upgrade a unit to Endless. When this dies, it's returned to the top of your draw pile, so that's interesting. A Battle Stone, 5 attack and 10 health, and then upgrade a unit's attack by 10. So all these would be really great. Let's go ahead and do this and hit this Branded Warrior. And you know what, in fact, why don't we do it again and just buff him up again. And we only got 60 coins, so there's no real need to re-roll. Let's just go ahead and leave at this point. And we'll attack this next boss. So now we're going to really kind of see what has changed. Oh, so see, they tell the health now. I think that was there before as well. And we'll go ahead and fight. Again, like I said, I don't imagine that we'll last too terribly long on this run, but it's so far so good. So let's go. We're going to throw down our Hornbreaker Prince. He's going to be that champion. We've got the Branded Warrior. We'll put him... Why don't we put him behind? Because he's a little bit more our speed, more our guy. And let's kill this Enchanter that's going to add spikes to this enemy. And there's really no reason for us to heal, so we'll just go from there. That guy didn't have any attack, but he's more of a shield-based enemy. And you can see he's got a whole lot of armor. And it looks like he added a little bit of rage to this guy, so made him a little stronger, which is great. So let's torch him, and we're gonna let's just throw this train steward up on the 2nd floor so we're prepared. And we'll just torch this other guy as well, and we're ready to go. And so he's gonna be able to add more rage. So having this guy in the back and doing the 2nd attack is really, really good. Let's see, we can enhance a guy, so why don't we enhance our champion here? There doesn't seem to be a reason to heal. We can get these train stewards, so let's bump him up there, and we'll put one in the top floor here as well. Well, maybe. There we go. And as you can see, no units can be in the Pyre Chamber. And we'll go ahead and end that there. And we got that Fortify, which is going to give us that 5 armor, so we want to buff that onto our champion as well. And why don't we torch this big guy? And I believe this is going to be our boss for this floor. And we'll throw a train steward up here at the top. So he is not going to make it past this. So far, so good. And let's see. So we can actually toggle the speed and make it a little bit quicker, which right now we have it on a faster speed. And let's see, we'll do 50 coins, of course, and we get to add a few more things so we can get more armor. We can get this other imp here, which is going to apply 15 armor to a friendly unit. So that's interesting. That's not horrible for us. And then this will deal 5 damage as well. But I think this is free. Why would we not do it? So let's see, we can for 0 energy, we can consume, which means it will get rid of it and draw 3 cards the next turn. For 1, we can restore 10 health to a friendly unit and deal damage equal to the front enemy unit amount 5 times the amount healed. So that would be really awesome. Let's see, and Glimmer, restore 2 health to all friendly units and deal 2 damage to all enemies. So that's not horrible, but why don't we get this card in so that way we can kind of cycle through our deck a little bit quicker, and as we add things to it, we'll get better and better. So let's see. Duplicate any card other than your champion. So that art is a little bit different than before. Awoken banner, get a new Awoken character. We can get higher health and a new artifact. And then we have this little thing down here. But why don't we duplicate a card? So we really probably want to duplicate. Let's duplicate a Fortify. And then we'll get a new card here. It would have been smart for us to grab the new card first, and then we could do it. Rejuvenate. This is going to make anytime he heals. Triggers when healed, even at full health. So this is going to make this guy ridiculously strong. So why don't we pick him up, and then we'll see what's down here in the caverns. I'm assuming they added a few of these as well, these events. So we've seen this one before. A cave of 1,000 eyes seem to awaken as you grow near. From the deep within, a voice emerges. Relinquish your life or your wealth, and you may be rewarded if you are deemed worthy. Sorry for the voices, but I have to do it. It's fun. You don't often make offerings to unknown beasts, but you consider making an exception for this cave. So do you toss in a tribute? Let's see. We pay 25 coins. We got a 10% chance to get an artifact. Lose 5 health, and we get a 10% chance. Why don't we lose 5 health? Your worth has yet to be determined. Only further tribute will sway us further. A loud belch emerges from the shadowy depths. Your tribute disappears into the darkness, but no recognition for your worth. Okay, so then we can add more. We can do more. Why don't we lose 5 health and get 25%? We did. So our pirate is going to start with 15 armor, and I do think that's worth us taking. And we were deemed worthy. You're deemed worthy. And we'll jump on down. And so now we're just going to go ahead and fight our first boss here. And unless they change this, it's always going to be this guy, which I think that's probably how we're going to play out here. So constructed explosives enter with a damage shield. So his little bombs that he's going to plant, if you've watched our other episodes, are going to have little shields on to stop us from killing him real easily. So he's the strongest boss we face, and he's going to sit over here to the right side and actually move between the floors and do special triggers on each floor. Well, this is actually called a trigger, but actually special abilities. And you'll see this with the 3rd, the 6th, and I assume the final boss of the game. So again, let's go ahead. Let's do the same thing we did before. So we're going to throw him down there, the Braided Warrior behind. We have a Fortify. Why don't we go ahead and just do that so we can get a little bit more draw. So that was a consume spell, so we can only do it once. And then the restore isn't really going to do anything for us. Oh, it does apply a 1 region. So I didn't see that whenever we looked. Those actually have gotten slightly better then. And we'll kind of watch this play out. But he is going to get a region, which is great for us. And those guys are going to move on past. So we do have a little bit of a stronger guy down here. So we got a whole lot of cards. Let's go ahead and put some armor on there. And we probably want to get rid of a few things, or a few guys. So let's kill you and you. And I guess if we were smart, we'd probably want to kill him as well. But anytime this guy gets healed, he's going to add a little bit more damage. You know what? I think it's worth us taking the turn, so let's go ahead and just pop him up there. And we'll go ahead and end turn. While this is playing out, I'm going to respond to a Discord message real quick. Sorry about this. They got friends that they're excited about the channel, they're excited about the game, and they're asking me about how to get it. So I'm telling them, if you watch my videos, there's a link. And let's see. Okay, so we're back. And again, sorry about that. And let's go ahead and we'll fortify this guy, give him a little bit more. And why don't we enhance him as well? And we'll do some regen there. And we should regen him as well, which is going to make him even stronger. Now, this bomb is going to be a pain in our butt. The good thing is that both of those guys are going to die. We definitely need to Need to up that guy's health for sure. And let's see here. Why don't we throw a train steward out there? And he is going to die. We do not want that. So why don't we kill... Ooh, let's see. He's going to do 4 damage. Let's get rid of him. Is that going to stop it? It's not. Oh, so this is unfortunate. Let's see. Let's buff him up. He's got a ton of health. And we'll just go from there. Unfortunately, he's not going to make it past, but that's okay. He is, I think, going to apply rage to himself, though, which is exciting. So we do have this fortify. Let's add a little bit of shield there to stop some of that damage. I do think we should put a train steward out there. Rejuvenate on him. Which he's got an incant, so he'll actually get buffed every time we use a spell on that floor. And why don't we kill this guy as well? And we'll just move on from there. So that bomb exploded, didn't do any damage. So I like a lot of the changes they've made. They've made cards a little bit more exciting to play, a little bit more interesting. So let's fortify this guy. That's going to stop a little bit of that damage coming in. And he's at full health, but let's... You know what, why don't we go up here and buff this guy up a little bit, and we'll just add on some rejuvenation, which is going to make him even better. So this bottom floor, we're probably going to get killed, but I think they buffed this guy's health a little bit as well. Oh man, look at that. We got a victory. So we got a few different things here. It looks like there's a rare pack, which that's new. Some coins, this is the rare pack. So consume and apply quick. And then we've got restore friendly units to full health. And then channel song will draw a unit and enhance it by 20 attack and 20... Wow, this has gotten a lot better. In fact, they may end up changing that for sure. And then the Animus of Will, that's got multi-strike 2. It's already... Man, it's hitting so much. Let's see, the Horned Warrior has gotten a little bit better. He's still real weak, though, down in the health. But that we could buff that, of course. And then, let's see, the Thorned Hollow, we can gain 40 max HP, rejuvenate, and it will gain 2 spikes. So I think this is actually really interesting for us to try. And then we can do any of these, so we're going to get more energy per turn, an extra card per turn, or an extra spot per turn to put a ally in. So why don't we get more energy? That's not really an issue right now, but I think that it is going to help us. And let's see, what do we want to do here? We can remove 2 cards from our deck and upgrade an enemy, as well as restore some HP. And we'll also upgrade our champion as well. Or, let's see, magic, get a new banner, and some coins. Let's see. Why don't we go this way? And let's go ahead and pick up a new unit if we want. Ooh, let's see, resolve. So at the end of each turn, he's going to gain 5 armor. I don't think that's horrible. Why don't we pick him up? And we'll look at our enhancements here. So upgrade a spell to cost less. Can we do that? We can do that to Channel Song. So that's actually incredible. And let's see, upgrade a spell to remove consume. We do have a consume spell, don't we? Ooh, Channel Song has been turned into a consume. So let's get rid of that. And then Power Stone makes something a little bit stronger here. What does this do? It doesn't do anything to the regen. But it does give us a little bit more healing. You know, let's us... I don't think if we re-roll, it's not really going to be worth it. So why don't we just leave? Oh, we do get some money, though. We do get some money, so let's go back in there. Let's re-roll, see what we got. So we can make something a little bit cheaper. And let's see, we can upgrade magic power or permafrost. Gain frozen. When this card will not be discarded at the end of your turn. Frozen is removed when this card is played. Oh, so it's basically going to hold it in our hand until we want to use it. That's interesting. Let's see, what about the Ember Stone? So we can make this enhancer cheaper. That's actually a good thing. What about this? Well, that does not enhance that. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll hold the money here and move on from that. We'll upgrade our champion. So we can give him multi-strike or add... Ooh, this is going to really buff him up. So that would make him hit 3 times, or we can do this, and every time he kills somebody, he gets 10 more damage. Why don't we apply that? That's a nice buff to him. And we'll go ahead and fight the next enemy here. So typically this is where the game gets a little bit better. All right, so this is going to be that trial, or that upgrade to make each encounter a little bit harder. Excuse me. Sorry, I got a little bit of phlegm in my throat. I'm trying to get out. So let's see. We can go ahead and add a shield, so enemy units enter with a spell shield and absorbs next 2 damage spells. So we wouldn't be able to use torch, but I don't really know that we're using that a whole lot, and we do get a lot of coins. So let's try it and see what happens. Again, we won't be able to hurt them with spells, but this should be a little bit better for us in the end. Alright, so we got the Hornbreaker Prince. Why don't we add the Hornbreaker Prince up here? Ooh, this actually would be a good guy to have here at the front. Let's see. Why don't we... Except he's going to be a little bit weaker. You know what? Why don't we do that anyways? So he's going to summon. He's going to have quite a bit of health. And then up here at the next floor, we'll pop this guy. This isn't going to do anything for us. Why don't we add a Train Steward to the top level here as well? And we'll go ahead and end the turn. So we should make it out here okay. These guys may move up to the next level. And they did. And this little channeling guy is a pain in the butt because they put this little purge thing on us that if we don't get rid of is a pain in the butt. And let's see. Why don't we put the steel worker right here in front? We do have this little guy here, but our Train Steward is going to do some damage for us there. And we can restore a little bit of health. That's going to add some spikes on. And you know what? Let's... why don't we hold it there? I don't think anybody's going to die. So we did get some coins from that, so that's great. That purge, I'll tell you what. Those are a pain. I think one of our previous runs, that was actually kind of our undoing, was that little buff. These spell shields, though, they're not doing a whole lot. So let's see. Reserve triggers if this card remains in your hand at the end of the turn. Okay. And it does purge once we use it. So let's just get rid of that as well. Just kind of like what we talked about. And then, why don't we put this guy in front because he's got a whole heck of a lot of health. And let's add some shields here to him so he doesn't die right away. And give him a little bit of a buff. Let's see, this guy is going to die, that guy's going to die, and that guy's going to die. So this is a good turn for us. And then he is going to get a little bit of shields as well. So unfortunately we didn't kill this guy, but he is going to continually have this shield here from the heal. And this guy's going to die. We have nobody dying here, nobody dying here. So why don't we give him a little bit more health. And let's see, we got this Train Steward, but we can't really pop him in anywhere. And these are kind of useless to us as well. So let's just go ahead, we'll go from there. It's a good thing that guy resolved, got more armor. And he's going to move up. Oh, we got a channel song. This isn't going to do a whole lot for us now, though, unfortunately. Why don't we use this and consume so we can get a little bit bigger draw. We'll heal him. We can enhance somebody. So why don't we enhance this unit? And let's just use channel song so we can go ahead and buff the unit so we're prepared. That's incredible. That makes him so much better. It's unfortunate that we can't just like get rid of one of these guys though. Maybe that will come along a little bit later where we can get an artifact or a card that lets us get rid of a guy. So we do have the boss here. This guy's kind of a pain in the butt, and you can see he's already going to take both of us down. How do we want to do this? Why don't we regen that? We'll add a little bit of armor. And let's see, the good money would probably be to buff him up as well. That's going to make him a little bit stronger. And he's going to survive past one attack, but it's not the greatest for us. We are going to kill both of those bad guys. Why don't we add more armor to this? We'll use channel song so we're prepared. And then I guess we can use that and get rid of one of the spell shields on him. And let's go ahead and we'll let them all attack. So good thing is that we didn't get killed. On that first turn anyway. That's what I meant. Let's see, we can enhance again. Oh, let's see, what do we want to do here? Yeah, let's go ahead, we'll enhance him. Do a little regen up here. And just whack him there. And it does look like this front guy's going to die, but he is going to. Yep. He's going to finish him off for us. Boom. Great, 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 great. So a few bonuses here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and apply more armor. Why would we not do that? And we can enhance a unit. So we've already got this one. Enhance with +2 or +4 attack and apply 4 spikes. So that's really good, especially if we can make that cheaper. Why don't we grab Sharpen? That'll be a little bit different than the regular enhancement that we've got for the health. And we're thawing this, so this will actually give us more artifacts if we want to go this way. Why don't we do that actually? Let's see what's in here. And we can re-roll this as well. So each friendly unit is going to get +3 health if we grab this. Enemies get -1 attack, and our pyre gets +40 health. So let's grab this. And it's really not worth us doing anything else there. And we will grab a new thing here. Your pyre gets +15, and rage does not decay on friendly units. I don't think we have... Do we have any... I don't think we have any rage units, do we? I don't think so. Let's see. Do we have... We don't have a way to look at our cards here. That's unfortunate. I wish that... Yeah, we don't. Unfortunately. I guess giving our pyre a little bit of extra attack isn't horrible. And let's see what's going on down here. Okay. The historian makes his way towards the train in his unusual carriage. Hellborn, how fortunate am I that our travels have finally crossed paths. And I'm recording the events of Armageddon for prosperity. Possibly futile, I know, but I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed. So would you characterize yourself as honest, aggressive, or stealthy? So let's see. Honest, we get gift of gratitude, which is going to be 30x gold, but it is going to get rid of it. And then let's see, does that purge it completely? Yep, that is gone. And then let's see, your pyre gets +1 attack, and for every 10 gold that we have, so that wouldn't be horrible for us. And then let's see, stealthy, deal +2 damage to an enemy unit, or I'm sorry, deal 2 damage to an enemy unit, and if it slays, we get 50 coins. So that's not horrible either. Why don't we go aggressive though? That's going to make our pyre even stronger, which in fact is going to help us to survive quite a bit longer there. And we'll go ahead and jump into this next battle. And I believe, yeah, this is going to be a little interesting. So at the start of the battle, enemy units appear on each floor. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Let's try it. Let's experience this. If we die, we die. We're going to be playing the game for a while, so that's okay. Usually at this point, we're still doing okay. Now, let's see. So on death, these guys... So this is one of those that I kind of wish I would have thought about a little bit more. Let's go ahead and do Channel Song. It's going to give us this big Mammer Jammer. And let's put him up at the top. He needs kind of a backup guy. So, let's see. Why don't we put our Hornbreaker Prince up here at the top as well? And we'll add a little bit of armor to him. And what else can we do here? We can get a Steel Worker, and we'll put a Trained Steward as well. And we'll just end the turn. So we did actually kill everybody, which is great. Unfortunately, we lost a guy as well. So now the run's really going to get interesting. So let's consume that. Let's see. That Cherub is going to be a little strong, but we can get rid of this guy. I guess we could have killed these guys as well. And why don't we add this Awoken guy here. We'll add a Trained Steward here. And a little bit of regen there, which is going to buff him up as well. And we need to put some regen on him as well, so we can get those spikes. That will help us a ton. I'm not really worried, though, about anybody getting up to our Pyre and beating us so far. I think our Pyre is actually going to make quick work of him. You can see just 62 damage straight up. We took a little bit of damage there, but not horrible. Okay, so now we got some big guys, the big guns coming in. So let's pop him here. We do want somebody on this floor. And, how are we going to do this? So this guy's going to die right now. Why don't we add an armor to him so he'll live. And, apply 4 spikes and 4 damage. Okay, I think we sharpen this guy up. Apply some spikes to him. And why don't we restore so he gets a little bit more spikes. That's going to last there. And it looks like every time the regen works, it actually adds spikes. So it's we're kind of got a little bit of a synergy going on with that. And let's see, we can fortify this guy. We can enhance. Why don't we regen? That's probably the best for us. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to make it unless... Yep, okay, so that's going to do that for us. And then we've got this enhancer. Why don't we enhance... I'm going to enhance our champion here. So both of these guys are going to die. Oh, man, our guy here is going to die. I should have watched that. So we won't have anybody on the second floor after this round. But we have time. We have time to make it up. So we got a little bit of a break here. I do think we should heal this guy up just to give him a little bit more of a buff. Add sharpen to him. Ooh, do we want to do that? Why don't we get rid of one of these guys? That's not going to do anything. Can we get rid of a second one? Okay, so that is going to at least let us survive. If we pop him down here, let's see. He will die. So that's not going to do a whole lot for us. So let's go ahead and hit in turn. And we will fortify. Oh, do we want to fortify? I mean, with that boss, why don't we fortify up here and kind of get ourselves ready? So we'll add the restore onto him, make him ridiculously strong because they are going to clear this lane out. But I do think we'll make it past this boss. Good thing is I think that they debuffed this guy. I mean, he attacks a lot, but it's not really that bad. I still think let's go ahead and let's fortify this guy. Enhance this one. I think that's probably the best way to go. And let's go ahead and get rid of one of his little minions. I think if we pop somebody down there on the bottom floor, it's not going to even do anything to stop. So we're going to get rid of this one, and this guy's going to almost die. We'll fortify again. Why don't we just torch him and do just a little bit of damage on this guy like that. Okay. So we did in fact kill the boss. That's great. And let's see, reinforce. So consume and double the armor on an enemy unit. So this could be interesting. We don't have any imps, so that's not going to do anything. Oh, so this is actually now the number of imps in your deck. So that's actually really, that would actually be really good. Because even if we don't play them all the time, this is, yeah, wow. Wow, that's really, really good now. And let's see, we can consume this. If we can get rid of the consume on that, that'd be even better. So why don't we grab that, and then an allied pack. So the Willwood Custodian, we can get a +1 draw for each turn. Let's see, consume and add 3 sting spells. These sting spells are really, really good now as well. And restore 30 health and apply 4 regen. So this would be great for our guys, especially if we can get that cheaper as well. Let's grab that. Get that for those guys that get the buff in HP, but we're not really able to use them a whole lot. So we've got a few more floors here you can see. Now hopefully we'll make it past. We can do some upgrading. get rid of some cards and get some gold, or duplicate any card except our champion, go to the caverns again, and get some health. So let's go here on the right side, and we will get some gold. And let's remove a few cards here from our deck. We're really not using these torches, so I'm going to remove those. We'll make ourselves a little bit thinner, and let's upgrade some cards. So let's see, Endless, when this dies it returns to the top. So I think that's only for an enemy unit. Thorns, add spikes. So this actually would be really good. Why don't we add spikes to him? And Battlestone, this is going to give us a little bit more damage and health. Let's see, who do we want to do that to? Who's got... Why don't we do it to this guy? That's going to make him a little bit stronger. And let's just reroll. We can just keep buffing. Okay, so upgrade a unit with more space, but a heck of a lot of upgrades. Okay, so how do we want to do this? It's going to make somebody a 3 guy, which means we won't be able to put him with anybody else. Why don't we do it to him? And then we can apply more health to a few guys. So let's add that to here. I like this reroll. Oh, we can only reroll so much though. And let's go ahead and add spikes. Why don't we add spikes to just a regular train steward here? And why don't we remove? Let's remove just a regular torch as well. Okay, well we'll just hold that now. And let's go ahead and fight this boss. So this is where it really spikes in difficulty, was actually after this boss. And this boss, I think, killed us on 2 runs ago. Unfortunately, this has been a hard boss to kind of get past for us. We're making great time, though. 36 minutes so far, almost 37. And we're doing really good as far as keeping our deck thin. We got a little bit of a fat deck, but for the most part thin. And, you know, picking good cards that are actually going to help us. So let's get rid of this. This is that guy that's going to put all these little purge things on us. It's going to be kind of a pain. And let's add him down here to the bottom. We'll add our Hornbreaker back behind. Let's add some Fortify so that he doesn't take any damage. And then we do have this strong little Steward, but we'll place him up here and go in from there. So they're just going to start attacking. And let's see. We want to get rid of this weight as well. We do have Channel Song. Why don't we use Channel Song? And it just buffed a Train Steward, but he's a hefty Train Steward, that's for sure. Let's see, this Awoken guy. Let's put him on the 2nd floor. Why don't we? And then we'll put our really hefty Train Steward up there. And let's regen him so that he gains some more spikes, and we'll end that turn. So far, so not bad. I think they buffed these little angel statues' health as well, it looks like. But I may be remembering wrong. To be honest, I've played so much of this game that it all kind of runs together. And let's see. So we can get rid of both of these. Why don't we fortify some things here? Let's see. Let's fortify him, give him some more armor. And I really think we want to get rid of both of these. So we'll only be able to play one of these 2 guys. Let's see, so we can add more rage to enemies or more armor. Why don't we put him, because he's going to be a better... Ooh, I feel like he got bigger too. And we're not going to be able to place anybody else, but that's okay. That's all right. So that guy is going to move up into our chamber with our pyre. But at least we're doing some good stuff here. And our pyre having that 14 or that 15 shield is really, really good. So let's get rid of this. We definitely don't want it. Let's heal him so he gets more thorns. We want to enhance somebody, so let's enhance our back guy here. And we can't play the Train Steward, but we can use this. Let's just hit him. We might as well just use the energy. We've got, we're not going to hold it for any reason. So I feel like we're making this work. We're using things to our advantage. that really need to be used. And let's go ahead, we'll get rid of this. And we'll get some more draw on the next turn. Fortify him. So here's the real question. We can get more spikes on him and more damage. Or we can ooh. I kind of wish we would have played this to begin with. Why don't we sharpen him? Make him a little bit stronger. I hope that we get that card back pretty quick here. And we'll just keep playing on. Ooh, man. Man, that guy is so strong. It's so nice. Okay, so we did get the Rage Serum. Why don't we add that here down on him? Let's see, what else do we have? Just a bunch of restores. So we're just going to restore him. Just buff him to make him ridiculous. And let's see, how much regen do we have? We got 24 spikes, which that's a lot. And then 3 stacks of rage, which is great. That's 6 damage and 4 stacks of regen. So that's really good for us. And let's go from there. So we're gonna do a little bit of damage there to the boss. Get rid of these guys down on the bottom floor. That regen. Okay, so I think, let's see, are you attacking this turn? No, it doesn't look like you're attacking this turn. So let's get rid of this. And I should have looked. We got that back. Let's fortify you. Give you a little bit of a regen. And then we really can't do a whole lot of anything. But nobody's going to die. So why don't we just do that? And that will buff him and give him a little bit more armor. And we'll do a little damage to the boss. But they buff the boss's health a ton. That's ridiculous. But we are going to do a ton of damage to that boss. More than what I really thought. Let's fortify. Why don't we go ahead and buff you. And buff you as well. Those spikes aren't going to hurt anybody. We'll just play this. We'll just play this just to play it. And that's going to actually end our turn. So if we could actually put some room out on our cars, it would really help us. And man, I'm going to town. Every one of those attacks is just doing a ton of damage for us. And I believe, yeah, that's going to be the end of that guy. So with 90 health, we're going to move on to the second floor. I think that's a pretty good spot for us to be in. And with these fortifies, these are so much better now than they were before. I can't even tell you. And we'll sharpen, we'll add a few spikes there. So we'll almost kill her. And let's see, where is my mouse? There it is. We'll just go ahead and end turn. This top guy is going to have a heck of a lot of defense. I think we're going to be good. I think we will make it past this. And that was a good call for us, the way we lined up that train car. And that is going to kill the boss. So let's just go ahead. We'll just regen for no reason. Fortify because it's funny. And then end the turn. So great. Good. And really at 42 minutes, we're making great. So we'll get that 100 coins. We get a rare pack. So again, that's that Impolate. And then we've got Channel Song, which has been great for us so far. And then double the armor of a unit. So this would actually be interesting because I forgot we had the Fortify. Why don't we grab that? If we can get rid of the Consume, that would be even better. The Energy would be interesting for us. I don't necessarily know that drawing more each turn. I mean, it would help us to kind of cycle through, I guess. But having an extra spot on each floor so we can kind of fit things in there. And I think with Channel Song, it makes everything free. Or not free. I think it downgrades the amount of space they take up. So let's see. Here we can enhance magic. I think we want to do this. And we can remove some cards. Let's go ahead and let's enhance. We're not getting a whole lot of buffs from this. Okay, so we can make something cost less. So definitely let's make that cost less. The reinforce would have been good too. And let's see, upgrade a magic power. And let's wait, what did it say? Add consume to it? And consume. Okay. So we don't. Yeah, that's not. I mean, I guess that would be good because. I do not know. Double stack. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna make it you work twice. So this absolutely here would be great. That would be good for him too. Let's do it on the Fortify, and then we'll re-roll and see what we get. So the frost, that would be good because we could hold something into our hand. And let's see, upgrade a magic spell with 10 plus and get rid of a little bit more cost. Can we get rid of let's get rid of the cost on this. And then we'll do this so that it makes it a little bit stronger. Man, that 40 health, that would be great. Let's do that. And we'll leave. And let's see. Let's get the Pyre health. Do we want to get rid of any cards? We can get rid of up to 2 cards here in the deck. And let's see. What are we not really using? I guess we could get rid of a Trained Steward. But if we can get those costs down, that'd be great. The regens are really helping us. You know, honestly, maybe let's just get rid of the 2 torches here. I wish you could multi-select. That would be great for us. And upgrade the champion here for the 2nd time. So multi-strike and then the plus 10. Oh, but every time they slay, getting 20. Yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade him this way. I think that's probably the smarter way for us. And we're going to jump right in there to the battle. I'm going to grab some water here. And these guys, this is the furthest that we've gotten. We are absolutely not going to do the trial. This is the furthest that we've gotten. And the last time this guy, I mean, they just destroyed us. Okay, so let's check out what's going on here. Nothing with him. And then, let's see, after combat, self-mutilated card is added to the top of your draw pile. And then, so this is going to be another one where it puts damage on our pyre. And let's see, the last time we had the Thorned Hollow here, so I do think we should just do that again, and we'll put our prince here. And then why don't we just hit him with some regen, because that's going to add some more spikes. And we don't really want to use that yet anyways. And those guys are going to move up. So see, this is where we had trouble, because these guys started to move up because we couldn't do enough damage. We'll get rid of that for sure. And, oh, here we go. So this is where it's going to get exciting. Let's put the Steelworker up here for sure. Let's put him back behind. That's going to make everything a little bit better. And we can't do anything else, unfortunately. But it is going to kill that main guy. And see, that's one bad thing. We don't have those torches, so we can't just get rid of those cherubs and get the coins. And then we got a little bit more self-mutilation there. So those guys are going to move up. We got more guys entering. So let's use that. We got to fortify. Let's get a little bit of armor. And what else do we have here? He's only got 2 health. So why don't we put... Let's see. We don't have enough room to play anybody else yet. Why don't we put him up here? I guess we could put a Trained Steward up here with him as well. Why don't we do that? And then we'll regen this guy down here so he gets more spikes. Makes him a little bit even more useful. So I guess like having more energy would be helpful at this point because we could play more regen cards. Having more ways to get more health would be helpful as well. And why don't we add some rage to you? And we want to enhance. Let's enhance this back guy here as well. So we're going to almost kill everybody here. No one's going to die here, and these guys are fine as well. And we can't play anything else, even though we have a ton of health. See, we do have a lot of free cards, so that's where, you know, some hands are going to be better than others, I guess. But as long as we can keep these guys alive, we really need to give this front guy a big heal. And I just don't think we're going to get it, so he might... Oh, and we are going to get some regen on him. Why don't we channel Song? It made him a real buff. And unfortunately, we still don't have room for him, but we can hold that. Man, that's a nice damage buff. And let's see, this top guy is going to actually make it to the Pyre Room. So let's go ahead and we'll intern. There's nothing more we can do. And just kind of see how this plays out. It does feel like, even though it is a little bit harder here, it has scaled a little bit better with us. So the stuff that they've changed about the game, I think, is really nice. And why don't we do this so we can add more cards in, that we can maybe get that big regen for him. And we'll just add in here, give him some more spikes, give him some more health, because I believe we're going to get the big bad here. And if we get past this, this will actually be the furthest that we've gotten on this game so far. So that's exciting. So final wave here, we've got some fortify. Let's see. We do want him to try and make it past this, and we didn't get. Unfortunately, we didn't get really what we wanted. Let's see here. So why don't we prepare? You know what? I'm going to go back on what I said. Let's fortify him up as much as we can. Let's go ahead. We're going to buff this back unit. Give him some regen. So see, now this is a sticky. What do we want to do? Buff attacks and add more spikes, or reinforce the armor. Let's reinforce the armor, and then we'll channel song. That we're going to buff this guy. I wonder if that lasts. You know, I thought that it did, but maybe it doesn't actually last. So that top guy's going to make it all the way up, but we're going to get to do quite a bit of damage here on the main boss. And we're making good time. We're doing good things. We may want to speed this up though a little bit. Okay, so he made it up to the top and was instantly killed. And he's moving up. I do think we're gonna make it past this. Let's see. Why don't we want to up his health for sure. And why is he? So every time he's damaged, he gains one attack. No wonder that he's doing so much more damage now. Oh, that's horrible for us. Okay, so let's start buffing. Let's start buffing up here. Get prepared up here for what's to come. Add some armor and be ready to go. So every time he gets hit, he's just getting stronger. So that's unfortunate for us because with that multi-strike, we were doing a lot of damage, but he was kind of just coming right back at us and doing more and more and more on us. Let's see. Why don't we do more health to you? As of right now, we're still going to die. Fortify. And I do think we just do the regen. All it's going to do is make you a little bit stronger. So he is going to make it up to the next floor. But we're going to have a good chance of beating him. We're going to beat him. He's just going to do a nice little tick of damage to our pyre for sure. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna actually speed this up. He's a little slow. So one hit. So this is the furthest we've ever gotten. So that's exciting. And we'll go ahead and grab the 50 coins. And let's see, an impish scholar. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. So that would actually be interesting for us. Let's see, inflame, rage 4, armor 5. So that's good. Especially, why don't we do that? Especially if we can get the upgrade on it. Let's see, consume and apply 4 spikes. We have more of this regen here. Or restore 25 health and draw 2. Let's just do this and get a little bit more spikes added on. Okay, so we're one floor away from hitting that final boss. I wonder if this is actually... Okay, so this is actually the final boss. Unless there's something past here, of course. So we need to be very cautious here. Let's see. Looks like there's only 2 things here. And 3 over here. We get pyre health, upgrade the magic, or we can upgrade our enemies, or our guys, I'm sorry. How much? 75 from here. Why don't we go this way? We'll pick that up. Let's upgrade as well. So, Speedstone. Oh, this is going to be good for us. We definitely want to get this. And we can't do it to our champion, unfortunately. But, let's see. Why don't we give it to the steel worker as well? And then more spikes. We'll give that to somebody. We can upgrade him and make him a spike guy for sure. You know what? Let's go back and see. A plus 25 health. I do think on this guy is going to make him substantially better. We'll re-roll, see if there's anything really good. So upgrade an enemy unit, or I'm sorry, upgrade an enemy. Upgrade a unit for plus 7 rage, or add 4 spikes. Let's do the plus 7 rage, and we'll give that to him. So not the best turn of events, but there are definitely worse things. I wonder if this is glitched out and is supposed to be something, or if it's actually just there for visual cues. So let's go ahead. We're gonna hit this final boss. Let's see what happens here. So they've definitely adjusted the difficulty here quite a bit. It seems a lot fairer. Let's see. He'll remove half of any buffs or debuff effects stacked. So that's unfortunate for us, because that's a lot of what we have is buffs. And we'll just go from there. And let's see, what do we have here? So we got the branded warrior. Just a whole lot of damage on these guys. It looks like he's probably just going to spawn an enemy every turn. So why don't we, let's add him to the second floor. We'll add him to the first floor. And he's going to die, of course. Let's add a train steward. So the train steward dies and not us. And then... No, I don't. Let's add the regen to him. But he is going to get some more rage, so that's good. And they're going to move up. I do think that's bad for us, but in the long term, but that's okay. And let's add him here. That's going to stop him from dying. And we'll add some fortify to this guy. It's still going to kill him, but look, can we add another train steward? We can. We can. So we're using our weak guys as fodder. Or like wood chippings. Kind of help us there. It does seem like the combat is sped up a little bit in between turns. Okay, and like here we go. What am I saying? Am I a valley girl? And like, let's get the Thorned Hollow out here for sure. We'll buff him up and give him some regen. The Awoken Hollow, we want him. And why don't we put him? Why don't we put him back here? Because this guy's gonna die, but we got Channel Song coming. So we can make good use of that and actually upgrade our spots in our train car. I'm assuming that there's more past this boss. I'm assuming, but I may be wrong. You know what they say about assuming. Okay, so let's consume. We'll consume and add 4 spikes. He's going to die as of right now, which we definitely don't want. Now he's not. Why don't we use that? Let's add some rage. We can add some more rage here. Why don't we do that to the front guy? That will give him a little bit more damage to do. We could do it here as well. And we'll end that turn. And just let this play out here. Ooh, only heaven can exist in the end. That's what he said. Let's see. What can we do here? So we got a lot of regen cards. Unfortunately, this guy is he's taking a beating. Let's use Channel Song. And that did buff up a Train Steward like I thought. Unfortunately, it's not the Train Steward that we really wanted to use it on. So why don't we hold him for now and just see what happens. And let's go regen on him. Let's see if maybe we can get him to the point where he won't die. And I don't think we're going to. But we can at least do some stuff there. See, that's going to take it to 19, and we're doing 28. That's unfortunate. That is definitely unfortunate. Let's buff our back guy up then. If I had really looked at that, I probably wouldn't have went ahead and healed our spike guy. So that's going to do a lot of damage to our overall capacity. And let's see, Rage 4, Armor 5. Let's add a bunch of armor here to this guy now. I do think we do that as well. And why don't we add that to him? That's going to buff him majorly. And we'll just let this play out. The good thing is these guys he spawned in are so weak that they're really not a problem for us. We can kind of one-hit them. But we definitely need something to go right there. Let's see, let's fortify and fortify. So we are going to live. Let's enhance again. Regen, let's regen twice on you. So we are gonna survive, luckily, and we'll have a little bit of shield left. Now I kind of wish we would have played that Train Steward. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, so this is the final wave. So this is for all the marbles. So unfortunately, I really wish that we could kill them. Well, let's do this. Let's put a Train Steward there. It is going to kill both of those guys. Can we fortify and maybe last a little bit longer? That doesn't look like we're going to do any damage so far. Why don't we enrage him and add a little bit of armor, see if that helps any, and it didn't. So let's move up here, and let's buff this guy up at the very top. And we'll go from there. You know what? I think that channel song was actually consumed, now that I'm thinking about it. I guess I could look at the consume pile. Nope, there it is. So we don't have anybody, unfortunately, available for that. But we can heal this guy up to all the way full. Add some armor onto him. Why don't we sharpen? Let's sharpen and add spikes up here, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. And let's go from there. So, unfortunately, I think that we can kind of see the writing on the wall here. That this guy, the final boss definitely lives up to the fact that he is the final boss. I've got no armor. So we'll pop that on there. I mean, these are just going to give us a little bit bigger buff. We're going to do at least some damage to him. Just popping off there. Unfortunately, we are not going to make it. Man, this guy. 30 attack. And he's hitting 3 times. So see, if we had kept our guy alive with the spikes, it would have definitely been worth it. So yeah, no, man, I hate to see that. I hate to see it. But we did get an achievement, and we did level up, and we almost made it all the way to the end. All the way to the final floor, and we got plus 15 points. And we unlocked a few new things. So the March of Shields, we moved 1 unit to the front and apply 10 armor. And then summon abilities trigger an additional time. So that's exciting. That's good for the imps. And let's see, we upgraded again. So we got Impervious. If we sacrifice an imp, that deals 50 damage to the front enemy. And then this is the artifact that we had, I believe, on 2 episodes ago. Or no, you know what? I think we unlocked it like 2 episodes ago, now that I'm thinking about it. And this will let us retain more energy. I think I used that in a upcoming episode as well. And we're going to go ahead and hit the confirm on there as well. And let's see. Spreading spores. Apply regen at 2 and spikes 2. And then this adds a copy. So this would have been good for us this turn for sure. And then grants an extra stack of spikes as well. And then we're not going to get the second up. But man, we did a good run. And we're going to see a bunch of unlocks. So this is new too, a new screen to show all the unlocks that we've done. So that's really cool. And we'll go ahead and back out here. Oh, man. Man, real good. Real good. All right, guys. Well, I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. We made it all the way to the last boss. We didn't quite beat him, but we did make it quite a ways. And you can see we've got quite a few things here. We've got the Hellhorn main class, and then we can pick an allied class as well. So let's just go ahead. We're going to back up here. Like I said, thank you so much for hanging out with us. The game is out now on Steam, so if you want to go ahead, there is going to be a link down in the description below. You hit that, and it's going to take you straight to the store page to buy it. Right now, it is on discount for 20% off. So regularly, it's going to be $24.99 or $25 US, but it is dropped down to $22.50. So $22.49. And I really recommend it. I've loved the game so much that we played. I can't wait to play more, and now that we have the release copy, it's even going to be better for us. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, share it with some friends, and as well, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with us, and the bell will notify you anytime we get a new video. As well, like I said, this is a special occasion for this video, but typically we'll have Monster Train every day at 10 a.m. That's going to be Central Time. And then we do have a secondary show or series that is going on, and it's Golf with Friends. That's going to be going out at 2 p.m. Central Time every day. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, and as always, I want you to have a super day. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye!